Hello, and thank you for joining me today. We're going to just go over some basics of getting set up with Colab. So here what we're going to do is I work on a Google Drive. I almost exclusively work on a Google Drive. It's just easier with students and stuff to share data and stuff. And then one of the benefits of a Google Collaboratory versus a Jupyter Notebook is you're using Google's processing power and you don't have to use your own computers, wear out your own computer. So this file type will work the same on a Jupyter Notebook or on your drive as a Google Collaboratory. There, I'll show you some things, but there are some things that I really like about the Collaboratory version that I prefer. So this is a data file. This is a file that you all already have access to on your drive. You probably never noticed it before, but if you go to New and Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, we all know those ones. If we go into More, we can see Google Collaboratory. If you're not seeing it here, you might have to install a plugin, especially if you're using a Mac. You probably won't see this. You just install a plugin into your from the Mac store or from the store into your browser. So it's just a Google Collaboratory file. And so if we open a new one here, you can see it opens up here. I'll show you a few things just about how to kind of get comfortable with this. So there's two types of cells, coding and text. And so they do two different things. And coding is, it writes code. You can write your Python code in here. What we're going to do is a heading file. One of the features that I really love. So we'll go heading 1. And I notice that I put one comment in the text cell before this. And let's see if I do 2 heading 2. And so you can go up to 3. But here just showing the 2 levels, and then a third comment would be even more. Where this impacts and why that really, I mean, it does make it a little bit smaller here. What I love about this is it creates it automatically in the content map. So if you use the comment and then create a heading, a title, you can navigate very quickly and kind of move and navigate around your report. And this sounds small, but it ends up saving you so much time. You'll have these really long machine learning workflows. It'll be 400 or 500 lines of code, and scrolling up and down to find your last place is fine. Navigating with this content map is a lifesaver, truthfully. So you also might notice that my background looks a little bit different than yours. I like the black one, just a little bit easier on the eyes. So the way that you can change this, if you prefer white, that's great. If not, you go Tools, Settings, and you would change the theme to, if you want to go to light, you can see here and save. And that's fine. I like the black background better, so I'm gonna switch back, and that's almost, it's just too much white, truthfully, for me, and go dark. So that's a really important thing. Well, that's one thing that I'd like to really change. Another really important thing is you can use change runtime type. So this will be if you're using machine learning, but this would be more for deep learning, you can change your runtime type, change the hardware accelerator to GPU or TPU. These both should process faster when you're dealing with matrix multiplication, which is what happens with a neural network. Using a GPU will probably speed up your ensemble methods, but the difference will not be as substantial as it is with a neural network. If you are working with really big data, you might need to change your RAM. There's just too much going on. So you can change high RAM from standard to high, and that gives you 25 gigs to be actively working with. So it's quite a bit of data to be using in your RAM. And so a little bit easier. Those features are pretty handy. To just show running cells some little handy things about getting started. So you can do run all, run before, run after. Those two are really important. So F8 for run before, F10 for run after. And just my thing's kind of blurred out right now because I have no coding, but reset and run all is F9. So this is really good when you're working with deep learning specifically. Things get kind of saved in a deeper memory, and so you need to not just run it all again. You need to restart, clear out the memory, and run it all again. So it can be quite handy to use these features. So Control F9 runs everything, Control F8 runs all before, and Control F10 runs everything afterwards. And so just to run a cell, hit Shift Enter, it will run that cell and then move you down to the next one. So it's really just a quick kind of quality of life enhancement there. And just so you can use the commands. And if you want to look and explore more commands, you can go to Tools Command Palette, and it will show you what all the commands are. And you can even change and set your own hotkeys. So thank you very much for joining me today. Hopefully, please send me a message if you have any questions on Google Colab. It's just an amazing user interface, and I will see you next time. Bye.